Well, hello there. Clark Brown with Restoration Advisors and the Alliance of Independent Restorers. This video is going to be pretty impactful. It's something I've been working on saying for a while. I want to point out that if you'll notice that I have both of my company's logos here because this subject crosses over into areas that both are affiliated with. Big topic, education. Now, this conversation and subject is going to be possibly controversial. It is possibly going to push some buttons, and I want to ask everyone to please not let it do so. This is a call to action. This is an opportunity for many of us to change how we are educating and being educated in this industry. I have a movement called Restoration 2.0. Someone that a few weeks ago on social media claimed that they felt that it was a Clark only opinion matters. Believe me, that's not it. I am proved wrong many times a week, and I will admit it. But I want to talk about education. I want to talk about, I have thought this for a while. This is a conversation that I've been meaning to have, and this is tonight, just seemed like to be tonight. I'm sitting in Salt Lake City on a 2-hour layover waiting to get to Los Angeles. And I was thinking about this today. I had a conversation with another restoration rebel and a member of AIR. And then I was thinking about it on the plane. And almost like it was a calling. I got a private message from someone. So here it is. Okay. I have a lot of very good friends that are instructors for this industry. Instructors, consultants, advisors, whatever you want to call it, for many different things. Most of them ICRC certified instructors. And I'm talking Rachel, Ken Sellers, Dave Hodge, Joe Dobbins, Jeremy Reitz, Nick Sharp, Ben Justinson. The list goes on and on. Chuck DeWall, David Sweet, so many more. Pat Moffitt I met last year. They all have done legacy level things of shaping. I don't want to leave out Violand. I want Chuck, Tackett, the whole team over at Violand, on and on and on. Phil Rosebrook, okay, Greg Sargent. These are all educators. And collectively, we prepare people to get started in this industry or to succeed in this industry, collectively. But what I find is it takes a lot for a restoration specialist that's brand new, looking to break into this industry, or has been in it a little while but somewhat sheltered, find it very difficult for them to find all of us. Okay. So I held a class today of my own. I'm holding a class that I'm traveling the country on about estimating and invoicing in a different way. And we had an attendee in the class, brand new to the industry, into her third project, third loss right now. Not the owner. She is the general manager, operations manager, very small, very startup, doing everything. She's wearing every hat. In the room today with 6, 7, 8 other very good, seasoned contractors, restoration specialists from other markets, from other backgrounds, to do different kinds of work. When I tell you her mind was blown, I'm not kidding. She learned about asbestos testing on a home, regardless of age, lead, mold remediation, on and on, company cam, estimating, on on and on and on. I mean, just it opened wide up. Has taken WRT, ASD, no AMRT yet, and a couple of others, but didn't really know didn't know a lot of the stuff. And I'm certainly not putting this person down. She was so good, asked all the great questions. Everyone had a fabulous time, and a lot of the free time ended up being helping her. We all want to help. Example number 2, I am landing in Salt Lake, and I have some PMs from a gentleman who is trying to break into the industry right now. He's been in carpet cleaning, and that's all he's done, strictly cleaning, and is looking for information of how to get into the restoration industry and not lose his shirt, and to not make a lot of mistakes, both operationally, harm people, expose himself to liability, or lose money. So he's trying to go to a WRT class. I'm sorry, but that's not the education that he needs at this point. It's needed. It's part of the equation. You certainly need to have your certification classes, but these do not prepare you. You can go to these classes and you can come back and you can still be doing the wrong work. Doesn't mean the teachers are bad. They're just not having the conversations about some of the things that we're supposed to be talking about right now. Any age of home, checking for asbestos. I know that's controversial, and I know everybody wants to argue with those of us that do it, that you should be testing for the VOCs at fires. Excuse the baby crying in the background. It only takes one time. The law's already written. We didn't make the law up. It takes one time getting dinged with fines or large numbers of fines before you change. That's usually when most people are changing their minds, when they have a near miss or direct hit. Think about it. Avoid that. Your questions are, who's going to pay for it? I get it. But that's just one thing. What about all the other? What about people that are still asking for permission from carriers? What about people who are doing jobs without signed contracts? What about people who are cutting the bills, writing estimate against the other restorers, still supporting TPAs? All these things that are degrading our industry. They don't know any different. I don't blame them. People that do know different should be to blame if they continue to do the wrong thing after they've been given plenty of evidence. So here's my point. How do we collectively, all the sharpest minds in this industry, collectively, create a path, create a curriculum, create something, a super school, a super program that gets people in? They grab their certifications, they grab the basics. How do you load a truck? What equipment to buy? Which not to buy? What not to do wrong that everybody else has done wrong? How do we do that? Because if we do, what we do is we create a new crop of restorers that we feel represent our industry well and help us all raise the bar. So my shout out is to help me collectively, organically. Let's put this thought to work. Is this is this a university? Is this a training school somewhere that we already know? That baby is not happy. Is this we create a new place? Is it a path where they just go to different places? You know, where do people go and learn how to market? Not market the way we used to with agents, and, you know, that's important. Not putting down Jerry, but that's not the only tool. How do people know how to not get taken on SEO? How do people know if pay-per-click is the answer for them? Or the big, fancy, inexpensive, but glossy websites that they built is actually not going to convert, and going back to a very basic but a proven website is what you would have needed all along. Where do people learn these things? Learning their numbers, learning how to price, learning how to hire technicians, how to do everything. I want to create something. I hear that there's a restoration university at Purdue. I'm going to go find and meet that person that teaches that. I think it's Randy. I love that idea. I don't know anything about the curriculum, but I'd love to see it. I think Kurt Bolden was the pioneer of that program. He's not here anymore. Who's doing it? I want to create a new troop, a new generation of excellence. I know it's a huge undertaking. It's maybe even a pipe dream. But what if it's not? What if it's not? What if we can do it? How does someone afford it? I don't know. Listen, if it costs 10 grand, they're going to lose that much if they don't. We get some guys to help us market it. OP. We get some people to help us market it, and then we find out how to. Every single supply store, house, carpet cleaning shop, every single vendor promotes this, and they contribute. I mean, I want Dry Ease in Phoenix to help. I want Benefect, Sam to come in, Procure. I want everyone to contribute in some way or another. Put aside brand, put aside product. Let's all contribute to creating better contractors, better restorers, so that they can grow and buy more of your stuff. Because right now, it's not happening. So, maybe I'm crazy. I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm okay with that. But I really, really, really want some people to tell me how. If I'm wrong, then how is it going to be right? What's the right way? I just want to tell you, a brand new startup going to WRT, going back to their home base, is not ready to get into business. They're going to do it wrong. The person that teaches them in WRT should be telling them, you need a lot more than this, depending on your background. Some people say that's not their job. Whose job is it? These are my thoughts. These are my ramblings. It's getting late, and I just wanted to see what people thought. I hope this can create some conversation, and I'll be looking forward to it because I want to do this. And it might be a 2-year plan. I hope not, because that's a long time. But I think we have enough smart people. I think Chris Laney could help me. I think Ben. I think Nick Levy. I think there's a lot of people that want, Danny Burnett. There's a lot of people that want this to happen. How do we do it? Give me your thoughts. Talk to you soon.